Brandon, we did it.
We did it. What do we do?
I pressed the live thing because I was like, oh man, they're going to be late. Grim's all going to be all over us, and all these amazing, people that are part of the community, and they get their names in green. They're going to get a shout out, like Nita and CT.
Oh yeah.
All right, Kelly, Kush Kelly. It's one of those. So I do apologize. My dog's going to bark because Logan. He's on Eastern Standard Logan time, so he shows up right when the show starts. So
Dogs are barking.
Dogs are barking, but I think they smelled butts and they're good to go. They smelled butts, they're good to go. And Angel was third, so congratulations on that. What's up, everybody? This is episode. Oh, Tyson's here. What's up, Tyson? Copper Johns. What are we on? Episode 139. And we got some interesting stuff. All right, remember the lady that was farting in jars? And I was making a lot of money.
I do remember the conversation.
I was going to say, how could you forget?
Yeah.
Well, she's back. She's back in the headlines. Speaking of back, are you good? Bring it in.
It's all right.
Am I good?
Are you talking to Logan or me?
I was talking to Logan.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, hopefully you're good too. But yeah, I mean, so that lady's back in the news. She found a new way to make money. So, yeah. And what else do we have? We also have, a woman was kicked off a flight for a very interesting way. So, that's
door open, just kicked out the back and then closed the door.
Yeah. I mean, it could have been that. We'll have to get into that. And everybody's going to get their guesses. And we have a couple other articles. Unfortunately, shout out Squeaksbeard. And hi, Uncle Phil.
And Phil.
We should bring Uncle Phil on the show. Squeak, he's too cool. He doesn't leave the
homestead.
The homestead. I was trying to think of a word.
Homestead.
He doesn't leave the homestead very often while he's drinking his Ultra 55s like a who drinks Ultra 55s? Well, Toby does once in a while, I guess.
Children.
What I was gonna say, like underage girls or something, but I've seen lately a lot of people. I guess it's kind of that weird thing where people drink 55s when they feel like they've gained too much weight. So instead of just exercising and maybe cutting out beer for a little bit, they're like, I'm going to drink 55 because it only has 55 calories, but I'm going to drink 45 of them instead of 12.
Doesn't work.
Squeak
and I crushed in cornhole last weekend.
Well, I wasn't there.
Crushing cornholes, huh, Logan?
Crushing cornholes.
Shout out to our newest member, Bomber521. Hey, we can't thank him enough. He's doing his Emerald impression. He's like, bam, bam. See what I did there? Hi, Nita. Hopefully everything is well. We got Jace, the producer, in the house. So, Zach, the producer, how's it going tonight? Oh, you didn't show up again? Okay.
Aww.
So, apparently Zach, the producer, could potentially be one and done. But the good news is for anybody, I'd love everybody that's watching to let us know what you thought about Zach, the producer, because he's probably not watching. And I want your honest feedback in the chat. All right, Jason, Zach, they got to know each other on the last show, but I think he's going to start coming back. I think they're going to switch their D&D night back to Wednesday because there's like a grown man who plays in a volleyball league or something. Top Gun's out, so everybody's playing volleyball again. And speaking of Top Gun, has anybody seen it?
No.
Brandon, have you
seen it? Oh, no.
Not the 1986 one, the new one?
I haven't even seen that one.
What?
Yeah, you said that like 2 weeks ago.
Actually, I'm going to take back my what because
dudes without shirts high-fiving in the sand. Yeah, no, dude, I'm good.
Are you judging me?
Listen. There's really fast airplanes. That's cool. And I know that you probably didn't grow up in the generation where Nintendo was like super cool. They had Top Gun on Nintendo.
What year did the movie? Was it 87, 88?
86. And I'm just kidding. I said that we're the same age.
I was going to say after year I was born. And I played Nintendo.
I know. I was
okay.
Yeah, so they had it on Nintendo and it was super hard because you had to play inverted before inverted was cool. And my brain didn't really work like that.
Yeah.
So I turned the controller over and played that way.
Oh, look at you.
Now, do you call it a controller or a paddle?
Listen, fam, the only person calling it a paddle is your grandma and that Dom, Rebecca that lives down the street.
Mm-hmm.
No, fam, you ain't calling no paddle. It's a controller.
Thank you, because people that call it a paddle is a huge pet peeve. Phil used to fart in solo cups.
That's a skill.
No, he still does.
It's all right.
He still does. And I heard that he was farting actually in your good glasses. And by your good glasses, they're probably pint glasses that you stole from bars. And he's farting in every one of them. And then he's putting them back in your cupboard upside down. So then you go to take a drink and you're a little hungover from drinking 47.55s. And you go to take a drink and it's Phil's fart.
Oh, that's gross.
Speaking, apparently, if you say his name 3 times, he shows up. He's the Beetlejuice of the show. So now is the time that I want everybody to vote yes or no on producer Zach coming back when he starts to play volleyball, or his he's not playing volleyball. Let's be honest. He's a little on the short side, and a lot of there's no offense to Zach or Logan. Well, my hand reaches that far. But short players are typically not the best volleyball players. I mean, I'm not
That's
tall
fact.
by any means.
That's fact.
And I'm not good either.
Cool.
Cool.
Nita's dad calls it a tweaker.
A tweaker?
A tweaker.
A tweaker.
Nita, are you sure you're talking about the same kind of paddle controller we are?
A tweaker. I haven't heard that one before. But either way, what would we have a question? We had a question up here. And you don't have to be a Top Gun fan. That's okay. Wrath says, wait, what? How does one become a member? Thank you, Bomber. There is just a button that you press and it says join. And then after that, it just prompts you to join it. And that's it. That's it. That's what we did. I knew Jace was a baddie. I thought you guys were buddies again. But either way, rumor has it producer Zach potentially might be back. So either way, anything happened cool with you guys this week? Anything cool? I was going to send a thing over where, and I'm curious with the viewers as well. I was thinking it would be kind of fun to say, hey, we all submit something that happened that we could put a funny twist on it, or something that could have happened. I'm like maybe Brandon got a call from a viewer or a listener, and it was just funny that he can talk about. Or Logan works in an educational place that I'm sure is full of funny things that happen. There's got to be something we could talk about that doesn't, get anybody in trouble. And I work in a place with a whole bunch of funny people. I'm sure I could tell stories all day, but just something, to mix it up before we get into some news articles.
I'm not going to share the big news I've got for another couple of weeks, but
okay,
leaving you on the edge of your table, Matt, you already know. I believe Logan may know as well. But I will say this: hurt my back a couple weeks ago, and that re-aggravated my sciatica, which fucking sucks. But thanks goodness I've got one of these bad boys, a TENS unit, which is sending electrodes through my nether regions.
And that sounds like fun.
I don't mean to laugh at you because you are having to use the TENS unit, but
no, it's okay. Grim, there's a funny story to that. It's a Mexican restaurant here in town called El Paisano. And I stop in to get that baby burrito he's talking about. Did a video about it. This burrito is the size of my arm. And I did a video and I was like, oh, there's your baby. He's a good boy. And anyway, El Paisano here in town, small town here in Iowa, they are closing. They told me they're closing. I come up to their store window and it says El Paisano garage doors. And I was like, fuck, this isn't good.
Man,
so I was thinking about like tagging up all their garage doors that they fix up with El Paisano, bring back the burrito. Your garage doors suck. Because like it's seriously like there's probably like 6 to 10 different Mexican, Guatemalan, Honduran, El Salvadoran restaurants here in town of a town of 8,000. Wow. But it's the best. And so I'm just heartbroken.
We have a Mexican place. It's called the Dirty Gringo, and I love it. And then we have a Taco Bell, but that doesn't count. So Squeak has a good question. Is your bidet water hot or cold? It's cold. It's cold. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, it's since I've been using the bidet for a while, it's really, gotten used to the cold. All right, it's gotten used to the cold. I feel like hot is a bad idea for a bidet. I don't think that's how they're intended to be used, but it's cold. I mean, a first-time user, and Squeak, you can more than welcome. Come right over to the Beard Laws headquarters. You can use bidet number 1 or bidet number 2. Please don't drink out of it. It's a little bit nasty because I did have some food poisoning from Five Guys. Used both of those quite a bit, and I'm very thankful for it because I couldn't imagine how terrible life would have been when you spend a solid equivalency of a couple of hours on the toilet.
Man, I never realized you could get food poisoning from Five Guys that way.
Yes. And thank you for the bidet, because Five Guys really did a number.
But speaking of bidet, you have the choice of cold and warm, and you choose cold. I don't
have a choice.
Okay.
No. I'm just saying. For me, yeah. So the option that I had, without spending like a ton of money on a really good bidet, was to run a line to the bidet that hooks into your like sink or a water source, and then you could either turn it on before to warm it up, to pre-warm it, or whatever. But yeah,
I don't know if did I ever share. Sorry to interrupt. Did I ever share my one only bidet experience with you boys?
I don't recall it, so I'm going to say no. And I think now is the time for your one experience.
Might as well now, buddy.
I thought I did share it with you. I thought I video.
You may have. We get
sauce
sometimes.
We did a Zoom conference call that day, but my wife was pregnant and we had our baby. Well, she had the baby. I was just there watching and eating food at the cafeteria. In the next bathroom of the suite that we were in, that's all you could call it. They had a bidet, warmed seats, warm water. And before you go throwing off the warm water should be coming out of a bidet, you've never had warm water shot at your cornhole in a private, secluded area. It was wonderful. It was the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. And then later that night, of course, my baby was born, and then the actual greatest thing that ever happened to me happened. But before that, it was definitely the bidet in the butthole.
Wow. That is a good one. So I remember being in the hospital when my kiddo was being born, and they had one of those like jacuzzi tubs with like disco lights and stuff. I'm assuming it's, for probably the mother to be in there and like help with pains and stuff. But I had a stomach ache. I probably had something bad the night before. Or maybe I was a little, too many beers before. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to be in here a while. So I went in there and I enjoyed that jacuzzi tub, had the lights going. It was nice. It really made me want one in my house. And then I looked up what they cost and I was like, oh, I'm having a kid. I can't afford this. And then my second favorite part of that, bathroom experience is they're super echoey. So I was sitting there and I was like, man, I got to take a dump, right? So you got the baby mama in there and her mom's in there, super echoey. And I'm like, and it is loud. Like, I think it registered on the Richter scale. It was so loud. And it was, and then you get laughing. So it's kind of like one of those machine gun farts. It was like, so then I get out, wash the hands. They come out. They're like, you okay? I'm like, yeah. Did you guys hear that? Like, yeah.
I am now. Thank you.
Yeah. We heard that.
We had a baby yet?
Yeah. Did that thing come out yet? But yeah, that's an. You got any funny,
from this week or anything like that?
From this week, or do you potentially have anything that was funny when you were in the hospital having a baby? You did it a couple of times.
Did. I just remember she was just mad at me for like watching sports. And then at one point, me and her mom, while she was in complete like dire agony, we just looked at her and we're like, well, we can't help her. So we walked across the street to the bar and had like 3 or 4 beers.
It's true.
She was mad at that, but we brought her back a sub that she didn't eat. We tried.
Yeah, I mean, that's thoughtful. I mean, it's funny because you still get yelled at for watching sports.
I do.
I got yelled at for watching the news. It was election night last year, so that was wild. And I was a reporter, so I had to watch it.
I feel bad for you.
Yeah,
that it happens. Though.
I think at one point, like she was like, "I can't believe you went to the bar." I was like, "Well, I'm not the one doing the work here, so what am I gonna do?" And her mom was like, "Don't say stuff like that."
Yeah, I read the baby book, and it was like, you don't say stuff like that.
You don't say stuff like
you
that.
Always read.
I did not read the baby book. Nope.
So there was a comment earlier that I was a little confused on. Apparently, I didn't know the UK had Jubilees, but they're celebrating the Jubilee 70 years. And if anybody's from New York, you know the Jubilee Marketplace. Great little restaurant. And I'm glad the Queen is celebrating Jubilee's 70 years. Maybe they got some deals on some subs. And you've been to a Jubilee, right?
I remember the Jubilee supermarket we had here years and years ago.
Yeah.
With gold tie service.
A lot of them still in New York City. Horseheads.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Horseheads Jubilee. They even have their own website. It's called horseheadsjubilee.com.
Wow.
Yeah. Then there's, one on Riverside. Guess what the website is?
RiversideJubilee.com?
No, they mixed it up. JubileeRiverside.com.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're pretty good like that. But
snappy.
All kidding aside, 70 years. The Queen is now platinum. Kid Rock sang about it years ago. She's going platinum. And 70 years. as the queen. That's impressive.
Yeah, she's wicked old.
Yep.
You ever seen videos? I was watching like 2 nights ago. Videos of the queen.
Here we go again.
Smoke show.
Do you not remember the whole
I do.
episode we had
I
of
know.
showing pictures?
I know. I'm
You're
just saying.
still hard from them.
Smoke show.
I don't think her younger days were her best days. I think those roast beef days in the 70s to now are the best ones. And when you say Jubilee, the only thing I can think of as a fat food man is Cherries Jubilee. Have you had that ever? Anybody?
No, I was gonna say I don't know what that is.
It's just a dessert. I've never had it either, sadly. Like a Bananas Foster, never had that.
Oh,
either.
a classic Cherries Jubilee bean ice cream.
You said it with such conviction.
Oh, I
though.
saw the face. Did you see the face? It says bean ice cream.
Ooh.
Let's see. This is the ingredients to make it. If anybody wants to make us, so we can all enjoy this classic Cherries Jubilee. Where is this popular?
Well, I know the Brits like their beans on toast, and
Yeah, have you ever listened to the artist Beans on Toast?
no.
Pretty good. A little political, but this is how you make a classic Cherries Jubilee. Half a cup of white sugar, 2 tablescoops. 2 tablescoops. 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 1/4 cup cold water, 1/4 cup of orange juice. So clearly, you have to be a little either high or drunk to come up with something like this.
Sure.
Not mad about any of them. 1 pound Bing or other dark sweet cherries, rinsed and pitted, or use frozen pitted cherries. Okay. A 1/2 teaspoon finely grated orange zest, 1/2 teaspoon cherry extract. This is going to get Logan a little excited. 1/4 cup of brandy.
Oh.
Okay.
A little excited.
3 cups vanilla bean ice cream.
Okay, vanilla bean. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So
We're good.
yeah, so I mean then there's the steps. You can make it in 2 steps. But it says no on flambeing. Is that how you say it?
Flambe.
Oh, why? That's
Is
so
that
fancy.
is that just with fire? Is that all that is? I believe.
Yeah, then flames might get high when
Yeah.
flambeing. It's flambeing. I can read.
Oh, flaming liquor. Yeah. So you
Yeah. The goal is to have a small blue flame, burn as long as possible, reducing the raw alcohol flavor, caramelizing the sugars, and entertaining your guests.
Ooh, entertaining the guest. Speaking of entertaining the guest,
Ooh,
gotta go pee.
you're gonna.
I'm gonna have myself another entertaining beer.
Oh, okay.
We'll entertain the guests. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm gonna entertain it. Hi, all. Just got on. Where's Toby? Hope he is okay. Yes, Toby's a little under the weather, and that is not a short joke. But he should be back not only Tuesday for Triple T, but he'll be back hopefully next week. And you can hear all about the time that he is having about flambe, like Gordon Flambe.
Nice.
Yeah. See what I did there? That was Zach's
nice.
nickname in high school. I heard. All right.
Gordon
I want to get into a
Flambe.
news article.
Yes.
That was good. That was a good free flow conversation. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I did. All right. So this is an article by the LAD Bible, and I want you guys to guess. So this is a throwback to episode 1 something. All right. Producer Zach, can you look up real quick? Oh, they're not here. Okay. So it was an episode when a woman was actually farting into jars and selling them. I'm gonna bring back the article, selling farts, and then she revisited this because she ended up hospitalized. It was in January. Oh, this was a while ago. This is a good throwback. So a TikToker made $200,000 farting in jars, and here's how she did it. Is an article by RollingStone.com. She made RollingStone.com farting into jars and selling them.
I've screwed up in my life. Clearly.
Well,
I should have thought of that.
clearly. $1,000 a pop, pun intended. But yeah, so all right. So she figured that out. Then, because of the diet and the demand for these $1,000 fart jars, she ended up getting hospitalized, made the news again. We're going to say March. Totally making that up. But here we are. It's an every 2 to 3 month thing. She made headlines again. I want you guys to guess what she is selling now to make money.
Sadly, I know the answer, but I'm going to say toe jam.
So you know the answer. You're throwing them off?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Queefs.
okay. Brandon, no, you know the answer, so you can say it.
Boob sweat.
Boob sweat. Yep.
Yeah.
She makes did you see how much she makes a day?
I did not.
That's the girl.
I'd buy her boob sweat.
$5,000 a day she is currently making selling boob sweat. I
Well,
gotta
at least she's
ask.
healthier.
I gotta ask. I'm gonna ask you guys, and I want everybody in the chat to answer this as well. Money's not an object. Say, to you it was $1. All right, I don't know, or say it's $20. I don't care. Would you spend money to have this woman's boob sweat? And if you did, and you want to, like, what would you do with said boob sweat? Making bank on humida titties. She needs that on a t-shirt. So would you guys buy it? And if you do buy it, what would you do with it?
No, but I do have plenty of boob sweat myself, ladies. So if you are interested.
Or fellas.
Well, yes. Speaking of which, I have a DM I should share with you that I received this week.
That could be a new thing that we get to discuss. Sliding into the DMs with Brandon.
I get some weird. It was from a dude.
Nice.
Yeah. Maybe I'll share it later live on the air. We'll see.
There we go. All right. Well, everybody stay tuned if you want to see what the dude sent Brandon potentially. All right. So we're back to this girl. Again, this is an article by LAD Bible. Remember the woman who made a small fortune selling her own farts in jars? Well, you'll be delighted to know she's back. Only this time she's flogging her boob sweat instead. Check it out. Oh, there's a video? Oh, it's blocked because of an ad blocker.
Bomber
fight video of boob. How do you extract boob sweat? That's a YouTube educational National Geographic.
Don't worry, we have a backup plan.
With a cup. You put the cup against your titty and you scoop it, fam. You don't have titties, clearly.
Oh no, it's easier, I think. We're gonna hear about the Norwegian cruise line ad first, apparently.
I do, Nita.
I want to break free. YouTube, don't shut us down.
Cotton balls in the bra and then wring them out.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Are we ready? Let's share the screen.
This will be interesting.
Here we go. All right. So obviously this is a tickety-tock. This is weird ads, though. You got a cat or a dog that looked like a cat, refused to drink tap water. Woman gets taken to Binley Chippy for date. Thor, Love and Thunder trailer. And Liam Gallagher. And Johnny Depp returns to stage. Weird segues to this, but all right, here we go.
Quite.
Making thousands of dollars selling my Tata Sweat. In bottles. All you need is bottles, sun, cha-chas, and sit out like a maple tree for hours. Day in the...
Gross.
No extraction video, though.
Nope. That's all you have to do. You just have to have tatas and act like a maple tree.
That's great.
Wow. You know what? Easier said than done.
I'm sure it says the article. Despite making bank from her gassy goods last year, like we talked about, she retired from that because she was hospitalized due to the diet. The self-proclaimed fartpreneur. That's a stretch,
is what that is.
Fair enough. At least when she's in the hospital because she was eating too much, she's eating pretzels. Everybody knows pretzels are a great snack. Let's see here. High fiber diet beans. Yeah, we talked about that a while ago. So it must have been a shame for the 31-year-old former reality star as she was raking in up to $1,000 per fart jar. But before you start feeling too sorry for her, Steph's made a full recovery and is now selling her boob sweat instead. So of course she was on 90 Day Fiance. No wonder why she didn't get married. So if the sun is shining, she claims she's able to fill 10 bottles of sweat jars in just one day, which are then sold at $500 a pop. I love sitting by the pool, but it's hard work. Don't be fooled. That's what she said. That was my impression of her. And then she says, I also have a great set of breasts, and smelling the sweat, licking the sweat would bring fans as close as they can get to them. So she's selling them for people to smell and lick, apparently. Huh. So we have more details. Sometimes it can vary how long it takes to fill up a jar, as it depends on several scientific factors, mainly the heat, movement, and how hydrated I am. I like to call myself the human maple tree and the boob sweat my sap. I sit there and collect the sap the same way a maple tree does.
I tap her.
I don't think she knows how syrup is made. I don't think that. So we need to get Steph on here, and then we're going to get a very old school maple syrup maker, and we're going to have a conversation of how you physically have to get that in the tree, and then you extract the sap, and then the sap has to be boiled for a very long time, and it takes 40 gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of syrup.
Jesus.
Hey,
yeah.
Matt,
So you guys hear me?
Can I hear you? Yeah.
Yeah. I was making sure. I might had some issues on my end with technical stuff. So good. Yeah. That's. This whole thing makes me cover. Did we watch that video of the guy buying one and smelling it?
I'm gonna say no. But remember how you asked us earlier if you remembered the bidet story, and we both said no.
Yes.
That's on us.
You son of a gun.
I don't remember. Yes. So Jace makes a good point. Just as so we're clear, he's losing faith in humanity. I have questions. You know what I mean? Like, so she's sitting in the pool all day, gets out. Is it technically sweat at this point, or is she just selling pool water that has ran off her maple tree? No,
she looks like an honest hard worker. I'm going to say that she's maybe has her legs in the pool, but the rest of it is just sweat.
But don't worry, guys.
She's working hard.
Steph says she is taking precautions to protect herself, adding, I'm also trying to practice this craft as safely as possible with proper SPF moisturizer. Sure. However, after this past week, I have learned that a simple SPF 30 won't be cutting it, since I did burn my chest quite badly. With boob sweat, I want to do this thing right. I want to be smart, start off slow, and have sustainable growth that doesn't overwhelm my body.
Jesus.
Okay, so
let's give Steph some props here. All right, she was on top of the world selling her toots, and then she's in a hospital, down in the dumps, the smelly parts of the dumps. Just no more money coming. She's on the out, and she is sweat her way back to the top. Like, this woman has sweat her way back to the top of the chain. God love her for working hard.
I mean, yeah. I mean, she thinks outside the box, clearly, because she's not selling anything from that area yet. But,
right.
I guess,
or her fart box. She had to think outside of that.
Yes. Can we stop calling her by her name? Okay, yes. We'll call her, she goes by Fartrepreneur. That's really hard to say, though. Let's see here. So apparently the influencer announced her product on Instagram last week, and let's just say the online community had some thoughts. Get that money, but also try a sauna so you don't croak from the heat, wrote one, while another quipped, the Elon Musk of body byproducts. A third joked, I am surprised this girl is not selling organs. Well, as long as she sticks to her safety pledge and keeps lathering on that sunscreen, there's no reason why she can't turn her boob sweat into a lucrative business. It's certainly a step up from fart jars.
I mean, I don't know, dude. I don't know.
She's making more money a day than I am. Fuck, she wins.
I mean, it's funny. I watched a video earlier today, and it was just one video. Anecdote does not equal data, of course. But what I will say is this. The video was this guy on TikTok asking this girl, would she sell used panties? And she was like, no, I'll never sell used panties. You've seen the video. And he goes, yes. What about for $1,000? Oh, well, yeah. For $1,000. What about $500? Oh, sure, $500. Dude talks her down to $25. She's like, yeah, I'll sell it for $25. It was like the most wild, like, no to $25. You would be surprised what people will sell to make some money. And that's not part of that is a conversation on society and what we've done with values. And part of it's also a conversation of holy shit, people are hurting out there for money. So, yeah.
You would sell your underwear for?
I wouldn't sell my underwear at all.
Not even for $1,000?
Okay, for $1,000 I would pay. I would sell it for sure.
What about $500?
Yeah.
What about $250?
I think I would still do it because I don't care. Maybe not for 10, but for like also for 100, I would do it. I think
probably $25.
Maybe yes.
What's the lowest amount of money you would sell your underwear for?
I wouldn't sell my underwear at all.
Not even for $1,000.
Okay.
Isn't that funny how that quickly changed? That was on Triple T. That's how I was able to find it so quickly.
Yeah. No, I don't watch Triple T. Sorry, I spend Tuesdays hanging out with my wife. I'm sorry, it's family day.
You don't have to apologize about that.
But no, it's wild.
Yeah, it is a weird time to be alive, but yeah, you're right, Bomber. We can't we can't argue with that one. But yeah, so boob sweat, it's the new thing. But there was a lot of people after the whole fart in a jar thing that they started doing that too. Like there was at least 10 to 20 other people that were in articles. A couple of them got hospitalized as well. And so there's going to be probably a whole bunch of, it's kind of that Brandon and myself talked about. It's kind of like the sheep mentality. One does something and then everybody rushes to it because I can make money. Yeah.
Copycat stuff. Yeah.
Yep. So, copycats.
But if she's on top of even the next thing, like this girl is winning. And
yeah, can you imagine?
Her insides are messed up. Her boobs are going to be like leather purses later, but whatever.
So here's my question to you, gentlemen, and maybe anybody in the chat. Seeing or saying or assuming, hypothetically speaking, that you are a healthy adult, how much would you sell a kidney for? How much would you give up one of your kidneys for? Understanding fully that giving up a kidney, you're not going to be able to do as much athletic stuff when you get older. It's going to probably cause some other issues as you age, health-wise. It could potentially. It's not 100%.
So just to give it up purely for money?
Yep.
Nope. Never.
No, I wouldn't do it.
No,
I wouldn't do it either.
The way I'm giving up a kidney is if it's helping a member of my family.
Right. I wouldn't do it either, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, what they go for on the black market. There you go. But
Lillette, however,
20,000 is not that much.
She has 3 kidneys. So
what you're saying? So and Zach's probably closer to at least better to where 20K is not much, fam. I mean, 20K is not what you make in a year, hopefully, and you're going to be taking off at least that much of your life, probably.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's any amount of money that I would just give it up just for money. Let's see. Right. Grim says 3 big backs and 100 alpacas. 100
alpacas would be fun.
That's 100 alpaca shit you got to clean.
I'm kidding. I don't want 100 alpacas.
Eric says 10 million.
But it goes to the conversation of that girl in the panties, you know. Everybody's got a price. I bet we'd all do it for some price.
True.
I mean,
I guess so. Yeah.
You're talking about and I know it's not a kidney's not a beard by any means. Beards grow back. Kidneys don't. But if somebody offered you, $20 million, I bet you'd do it because it's going to grow back, right?
Oh, hell yeah. I'd probably do it for like 3 million.
So
I'll give you $25 right now.
Eat a dick. Good try.
He's stronger than that girl.
Yeah. I'd probably do it for 3 million. For 1,000? I'd probably do it for like $20 and a 30 pack of 55s to give to Squeak for his birthday. So I did get a message from my Uncle Phil that says, I used to fart in a Solo cup and throw it under the bunk bed. I feel like we need a demonstration. So if you're watching this, right here. So I used to fart. I'm going to put, haha, we need a live demonstration.
Right. Do it to Squeak.
I don't know. When you're talking testicles, Zach, if you could guarantee, which you can't, that I would be put under and not feel anything and the health, like the recovery wouldn't be terrible or anything like that and everything would work afterwards, shit, it wouldn't be as high as that for that kidney, I'll tell you that.
Oh, 100%. You can. There's a lot of people in this world that are walking around with wrecking balls because testicle cancer. There's like 1 in 9 men under the age of like 35 have testicle cancer and have to have it removed.
My dad was born with 1.5. Well, he was born with 2, but 1 was undescended when he was born, and so he had that. Yep. Back in 1962, you couldn't give surgery to a baby that young. They had to wait, so they had to wait a few months. So Grandma had to swaddle him. So he wouldn't cry and move around and stuff, the doctor said. So until he could get surgery, and he had half of it snipped off.
Wow. Good thing you don't remember that.
Yeah.
Jace is going to sell both of them for $100K.
You know, I don't think you're too far off, Jace. I'd have to think about that. I don't think 100K.
I mean, so you can still reproduce with one, just to let everybody know too. Yeah. So,
my biggest thing is, am I gonna have to be awake? Am I gonna have
No.
health issues afterwards? Is
No.
the recovery what's the recovery gonna be like? You know,
it's not bad. Knowing somebody that has had to have one removed, it was a pretty easy going. Similar to vasectomy. So.
And I think Zach, that's probably the low. That's probably the low where I'd go.
So how would you pick your least favorite one? Like, do you guys really have a favorite nut?
You know, I like the one that hangs the lowest. I must say, I'm fond of that one. Other people don't like your balls.
The one that hangs the lowest. The one that hangs the lowest. Don't you feel like he's more like into it? Like he's more committed.
He leads the relationship. That's for sure.
Yes, absolutely.
But
absolutely.
So hear me out. So, you know, as you get older and gravity, things get saggier. What if you get rid of the lowest one? Because then you have one that's going to be the lowest one anyways, but it's going to be a little bit tighter up there. So it's not as gravity fed because it's going to, by the time, I don't know if you've seen, you know, like in Big Daddy, he's got the wrinkly old balls. They're going to start hanging down a little bit more. Maybe you tighten it up a little bit and then have a,
that's good in theory. That's not a bad theory.
So,
however, I'm missing enough of my insides. I'm keeping everything else that I have.
Okay.
That's
what if you what if this, so you're doing a good thing. I don't know if you can donate a testicle and then somebody else can have it. Like, I don't think that's the thing, right? Like you couldn't, like a kidney, I guess, from that regard. I can't imagine that.
Honestly, to answer your question, Eric, if you're snipped, the only thing I could say why keep them at all is because they produce testosterone, right?
Yeah.
Like how much is your life going to change? Who are you as a person going to change? And what I mean by that is, am I going to get really super fat? You know, well, for the rest of my, you know, because I don't have the testosterone that's keeping me going, and I'm going to have to work out super. Which obviously, look at me, I ain't fucking working out. But you know,
and it stops beard production. Yeah, testosterone is good for that. But there's ways around to boost the if you have low T. There's ways around that, but but there's the option too. So say you gave it up like a kidney and, you know, you were giving it to somebody and I don't know, whatever you do with that, or like we showed on Triple T, eating testicles is apparently a thing. Maybe not so much human testicles, but it's a big thing in the eating animal testicles. Like,
should not be a thing.
Yeah, we watched a guy on Triple T eat a raw testicle. It was absolutely disgusting. But either way, you can actually get a prosthetic one. So you could have like a matching one, or you could maybe get one that's a little bit smaller. That's a thing. That's a thing. Yeah, this is an educational show as well. How about this?
Shouldn't be.
People pay me not to have kids. There you go. Double whammy, baby.
Well, I think the government technically already pays you to have children because, you know, it's going to help us going forward for you to have them. But yeah, that's definitely something to talk about.
Yeah. Huh. All right. Speaking of children, somebody has to claim this one as their child, and we're not talking about Logan. We're talking about this person, this woman who was kicked off a flight for a reason that's pretty wild. So I want you guys to guess.
Okay.
Is it related to anything else? Was she like taking pants off and ripping ass, or
Nope, she wasn't. I only read the headline. According to my thoughts, based just on the headlines, she wasn't doing like anything erotic or crazy or like
normal for our show.
Yeah, I mean, the reason will make sense, but yeah, the like there wasn't, you know, you like the guy that decided that he was going to mess with Mike Tyson, then get blasted in the face. It wasn't anything like that, because that guy didn't even get kicked off the plane.
Okay,
really?
Yeah, I mean, it was mid-flight.
Well,
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, hard to kick someone off mid-flight, but you could.
There's just so much shit that, like, I think I'm gonna say that is like undershooting, like already the bad shit I've seen in the news for people getting kicked off planes. Anyway, you know. True. Yelling, spitting.
This is a first. Let me put it this way. This is a first time that I've ever seen this in a headline.
Man, you got me. I'm stumped.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, we got it. I like this. I got this.
All right.
So I'm going to read the headline. Woman feels dehumanized as she claims she was kicked off the plane over her boobs.
Were they taking up too much space, or was somebody?
They are 10-kilogram boobs. I have no idea what the conversion is to the pounds.
to big or small.
They're big. There's pictures. 10 kilograms.
All this boob talk. My boob's
to-
itching right now.
Holy shit!
22 pounds.
2 pounds. My God, that's as big as my cat. And I got a fat fucking cat.
So a model with breasts that weigh a whopping 10 kilograms has claimed she was kicked off a flight recently because of the way she looked, stating that she felt dehumanized by the airline. Mary Magdalene, 25, arrived at the airport, and this is an article by mirror.co.uk, so thank you for that, on May 31st to board a flight from Toronto, Canada to Dallas in the U.S. Yeah, I mean, come on.
I'd kick her off because she looks ridiculous.
I don't like the look, but I'm not one to judge.
Me neither.
I'm going to show you guys the
If I
picture.
own the airplane, I am.
I mean,
Look, they have.
yeah.
Listen. We could have a conversation all day long
About a lot of things here.
and there's a balance definitely between letting people do with their bodies what they want to do and having no judgment of it because
Yep.
it won't makes them happy. But on the other side of that coin, of that saying, you could definitely say that doesn't make this person happy. There's probably some underlying things that she's unhappy about, which is why she wants to do this. And that's coming from somebody. It takes one to know one, right? I mean, I think we all kind of have our own insecurities, kind of a thing. So I'm not trying to push off any kind of terrible stuff on her, but I don't know why. Was she wearing? I mean, yeah. Were they out and about?
That's what so
My answer is yes.
the woman claims staff told her she was being removed for wearing headphones and not listening to the instruction from the flight attendant, but Mary believes it was actually to do with her looks. What do we got here? Mary was wearing leggings and a sports bra at the time, so she was wearing this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good God. And they said she looks too explicit, so she took to her Instagram account. I'm not even going to say her name. Oh, I'm at 1800. Leave Mary alone. The model wrote, "I was kicked off the flight for how I look. Please stop discrimination. Please. This is disgusting. I feel so embarrassed and dehumanized right now. You guys have no idea. Obviously, my outfit is why she kicked me off because I look too explicit, but that's not legal. So she had to say it's because I was sleeping and wouldn't hear her."
LOL, Elo. But yeah. I'll say this. So it's a private company, I'm assuming. I don't know the rules of the states of the jurisdiction of whether it was in the air, if it's in, it's a federal thing or if there's this state thing, but they have the right to tell you what they expect of their business. And again, not getting into the pandemic or anything like that, but a business has the right to say, here are the rules. And as long as I'm not discriminating against anybody, everybody plays by these same rules, I can make them. No shirt, no shoes, no service type of deal. I can put on the front of my door, because this is a private home, that you can't come in if you don't have A, B, C, or D. It's my house. I can tell you what the fuck, you're going to follow the rules. They can tell her that as long as they're doing that for everybody and not just her.
Yes.
Now, if she can prove discrimination, she certainly,
But people forget that. They're like, even those companies, those are private companies. They're not.
I've been watching too much Depp trial, though. I'm getting all like lawyer talk on you. Well, I can tell you, she has a defamation under her head.
Yeah, that's
Like, all right. So, obviously, it doesn't sound like a small plane, but if you're riding a small plane, they have to do the weight thing, the counter weight everywhere. If she's wearing a sports bra or a bra, most people, I think, anywhere. I mean, how many sports bras have you seen on airplanes?
never.
I don't know if I ever have. I don't fly a lot, but like you wear a shirt or something that
You can have
not a sports bra
go to a nice restaurant. They can have a dress code.
Yeah.
So as long as they're having that same dress code for everybody,
for everybody.
they have the right to do it.
And that's something that she did say in the article. It says the model's biggest issue is that she feels she was treated unfairly because of her body type. She claimed that if a small-chested girl would probably be allowed to wear a sports bra without any issues. And then she made another post saying, "I do not get how some people are saying it's okay that I would get kicked off for what I'm wearing. The point is that the same rules need to apply to everyone." which is okay. Like, have you ever? I'm curious. I mean, there's got to be somebody in the chat that has flown more than probably us. Have you ever? If I should get a hold of my old man, he's flown all over the world. I guarantee you, there hasn't been people that are just wearing a sports. I mean, there probably has. Let's be honest, at least once.
Spirit Airlines. Oh yeah.
Yes, but and there is no reports of what the airline was in the article, which is probably for the right reason. But I don't know. I don't see anything wrong, and this is just me personally. And I'm not starting to start an argument, but I don't have a problem with the airline saying, "Hey, sorry, you're gonna."
I mean, she wants to travel. Like we all agree, like get on a cruise ship. They need extra boats. That'd be okay. Hi, CT.
Objection, Your Honorable. There lost Mr. McDermott's.
Like she would have been welcomed on the Titanic. I guarantee that.
The thing that would piss me off, and I always was there some Karen on the plane that was like, I don't like that her nose are hanging out. Could you tell her to put her shirt on? That kind of shit gets on my nerves. That it really does. Like,
so let me ask you this question
Right.
too, and this is I guess just being a little ridiculous at this point, but say there is an issue with the flight, right? And they go down and she needs to put on a flotation device. Is it going to work on her? Do they put her at risk in a liability that to the family saying, hey, she passed away because we let her on this flight and our equipment for safety, yada, yada, didn't work with her?
Could they say the same thing about somebody my size?
They could.
Right.
But I don't think your boobs are as big.
Well, not yet.
Yeah.
My wife
Fair
did
enough.
say a couple weeks ago, Brandon, there's no reason you should be getting any fatter. Damn. honey.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
Honesty
No
sucks.
more.
Honesty in a relationship is horrible.
Oh my God. She's brutal. She's brutal.
Let's oh wow, we are almost out of time. You guys want to do the picker wheel from
Let's do it.
last week?
Let's do it.
We decided that we were going to do ho-hos versus Swiss cake rolls as a fair matchup.
I was going to buy the two, and my wife she's a fan of ho-hos over Swiss rolls.
Oh.
The thing that I think has changed is Swiss rolls changed their recipe, and there's more like air in the cake in the hole instead of more cream being in there. And let me tell you, you got to fill that hole with cream. And sometimes they tend to be ho-hos, I think in my mind, tend to be more stale than Swiss rolls, a little more drier. I don't think you can go wrong with either. If I'm eating either of them, I'm probably drunk and it's 3:00 in the morning and I'm pounding them with milk. You know what I mean? So
I've
Swiss rolls for me.
Swiss rolls for you.
Yeah.
So I've recently there were the ho-hos were on sale, and it's just fun to say that I bought some ho-hos, and to innocent younger people, and they don't quite get the joke yet. So bought them. They were tiny. I mean, they were. I'm not kidding you. They were like this big, where the Swiss cake roll is probably that big, and they were single packs.
That's not small, Matt.
Throwback to Triple T last week. We actually had a comparison that was on TikTok of the average size of the male penises based on countries and which ones had the biggest ones.
Oh yeah, that's wild.
The Congo had the biggest average penis at 7.1 inches.
For average?
Average.
Jesus.
Yeah. I believe it was somewhere in Asia that averaged 3.8.
Gotta have some way to fight the snakes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Cobra.
Did you so I'm also team Swiss roll. We're 100%, but yes.
Zebra cakes.
What about the zebra cake rolls?
They
are probably one of the greatest inventions in the entire planet. But did you know that they now make zebra cake donuts?
I don't like donuts.
I don't either, because as soon as I eat a donut, I got about 12 minutes to find a toilet. Don't know what it is or what I know what's in the donut, but it's certain places they hit me harder, man. Dunkin' Donuts, I might as well eat it on the toilet. Tim Hortons, I got a chance.
Got a chance.
Price Chopper, not a chance. I don't know what it is, but ho-ohs, no, yeah, we were not talking Pokemon. We were talking, the the Swiss cake rolls. So obviously we're all team Swiss cake rolls. But I got to ask because Little Debbie went on a tear of making their desserts into ice creams. And has anybody tried any of them yet?
No.
Because I've been dying to find where they are. I usually only shop at like Save a Lot and Aldi. They're not going to have them there. But yeah, they make, we'll bring them up on a screen, but they made all of their pretty much, not all of them, sorry. A select few of their stuff into ice creams.
Oh, zebra cake ice cream.
Zebra cake ice cream.
Oh,
Swiss
man.
cake, nutty bars, cosmic brownie, the strawberry ones, honey buns, nutty bars, cosmic brownie, oatmeal cream pies.
We must find these.
If I remember correctly,
Walmart.
I think the cosmic brownie one sucked. The nutty bars one was okay. The Swiss rolls was okay, but I think honey buns was the best one. That and strawberry.
Over zebra cake?
I didn't have zebra cake. I couldn't tell you.
Oh, see, I desperately need.
I don't eat ice cream, but I need to try that.
Wait, what?
I don't eat much ice cream ever.
Okay. I don't eat ice cream versus I don't eat much.
Very, very rarely do I eat. Maybe on average, once a month, if that. Like on average, probably once every 2 months. Very close to that.
I'm not far off from it, only because my stomach doesn't allow me to eat high-fat
I
dairy
wish
stuff.
to sodomize a pint of cosmic brownie ice cream.
You accept the pain, Matt. That's what I do.
Yeah, I mean, that's there, but
Zach, you sodomize the cosmic brownie ice cream. I will hit the zebra cake.
You got a bidet. You don't have to worry about chafing. You're good.
it's true that it is a game changer. But yeah, so I really would only be interested in the zebra cake one. I think in the Swiss cake roll.
Swiss
would be
cake
the
roll,
two.
zebra cake.
You have to remember though, Brandon, Logan also is the guy that doesn't really eat breakfast. He'd rather have a full 4-course meal for breakfast, like steak, potatoes,
Steak and peas
broccoli,
for breakfast,
or peas. Yeah.
Yep. A
Fucking
soda.
spaghetti.
Gotta have my soda. Oh, spaghetti in the morning.
Cold chicken wings.
Has anybody made spaghetti sandwiches?
Oh yeah.
I make spaghetti grilled cheese. Love it, dude. Love it.
How about
Really?
it? No, it's better though.
Lots of
Spaghetti
cheese
spaghetti
on it.
quesadillas.
See, texture wise, I couldn't do those.
Why?
I can't, like, when I eat spaghetti. Yesterday was the first time I had a piece of bread with spaghetti in over probably 2 years. I can't eat spaghetti.
Mama's
bread
got to
at
chew
the
it up
same
for
time.
me.
Huh. Yeah.
Shotgun a beer and high five each other for living in the greatest country in the world.
All right, I'm in. So when producer Zach comes back, we're gonna find this ice cream. We're gonna eat ice cream, shotgun a beer, high five, because we're living in the greatest.
And we're gonna,
I wish you would have put.
We're gonna
fucking in there.
sodomize ourselves some Little Debbie ice creams.
No, we are not going to do that live on the show. So one of my favorite things that I did just for a little while, just because it was funny, because Aaron D. Johnston, I was doing it before him, but Aaron D. Johnston from Talking Beards, he does pizza roll tacos, which I heard from him. Fantastic. Great way. Put the pizza rolls in there, a little bit extra cheese, some hot sauce, and a taco shell. Fantastic.
Why
Soft
would
shell.
that be bad? You know?
Yeah, good time. So thanks to, but before he was doing that, well, he was probably doing it for a while. Before I met him and he was doing that, I was doing spaghetti-o quesadillas, and I would like tell the family, oh yeah, what do you have for dinner? And I was like, oh, some spaghetti-o quesadillas, and I said it one time, and they were like, my family doesn't go speechless very much, like the cousins, the neighbors, everything, and they were like, what did you just say? I was like, yeah, spaghetti-o quesadillas. What do you mean? Explain. I was like, oh, it's pretty easy. You just scoop the spaghettios in the quesadilla, put it there, a little bit of cheese, put some, seasoning on there, whatever, put it in the little press, cook the quesadilla, boom, golden. And they're like, I'm telling you, it's pretty good. How is it bad?
I have something planned for this week. I'm taking Twinkies and egg roll wrappers, and I'm stuffing the Twinkies in the egg roll wrappers with blueberry pie filling.
Oh,
I'm going to air fry them. So look forward to that.
interesting. Yes. Oh, you're not a fan of SpaghettiOs, Brandon?
I was when I was like 3 years old.
I love SpaghettiOs. Not
Listen,
the meatball
I tried
kind.
that canned pasta shit, dude. Like, I tried raviolis the other like two years ago. It was like fucking dog vomit inside of a awful dough.
You got to load it up with cheese.
If you have to add anything to it, it's not good. You
Understand,
can add
but-
cheese to a boot, and the boot would taste better, fam. It's like
Yes,
adding
that's
cheese to
true.
it doesn't.
I don't know. I would eat them just as is. There's something about it. I don't know. You're telling me there's nothing from when? Well, I don't remember much when I was young, anyways. Let alone last week.
Box mac and
Stupid.
cheese,
I was gonna say there has to be something that
chicken
Why
nuggets.
is
box mac
that
and
so
cheese.
good?
I like cold mac and cheese with ketchup.
I can get down on that.
Yeah.
It's weird. I can't have it hot. I can't have hot and ketchup together. But cold icebox mac and cheese, throw some ketchup on that bitch. I'll eat it, fam. Just like it's great.
Which is weird because it's essentially SpaghettiOs, but just in different form.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Sauce I don't like about it's the sauce and the meatballs. Oh god.
The meatball one is my kids eat the meatball one. It is so bad.
Yeah.
Which meatball?
The meatball SpaghettiOs.
Oh, those are fantastic.
Oh no, the meatballs. That stuff literally smells like wet canned dog food.
Lillette, you're out spot on. Beefaroni is decent.
I love
Beefaroni's
beefaroni.
good.
Yep.
Beefaroni's different. I'll eat beefaroni.
Yeah, Zach eats SpaghettiOs right out of the can. Like he just
Yeah,
opens them up,
I
eats
can.
them.
Here's the deal. You all deserve better. You deserve better. That's the
Do
thing.
we though?
That's
Yeah, you do.
fact.
Do we? All right. Well, I'm glad that you appreciate that you think that we deserve better. But Jace,
By
the
saying
producer,
that, is he saying that basically we have just lowered our standards so much that and settled where we are?
You have definitely been Amber Hearded.
Jace, I'm here for you. You ever want to talk SpaghettiOs and love of SpaghettiOs? I'm here for you. I almost want to just go pound a can of SpaghettiOs live just so I can tell Brandon I'm living my good life over here.
My dude said he wants to pound some cans of SpaghettiOs. What are we eating? Are we eating it or putting it in places? Pounding it. Okay.
Yes. Yes, we are.
SpaghettiOs and Frank's boner alert.
Wow.
Fam, if you're gonna do that, just make macaroni and cheese and then cut up hot dogs in it.
Well, like he said, he's on the road, so he'll just either bring it with him and eat it, or he'll pop
By
into like the
myself
gas
on the
station.
side of the road.
Okay.
Boner alert.
Anybody? And we don't have enough time for another one. I'm sorry, but anybody eat mac and cheese and then a can of chili? Call it chili mac. I'm sure people have their own variations, but we do that all the time. Shit's so great.
No, I bet it'd be good if I like chili though.
What?
Because
Yep.
like I'll do a good spaghetti sauce with mac and cheese.
Okay, that's fucking weird. Spaghetti sauce and mac and cheese. No, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Those things on their
It's
own
the
are
same
great.
thing as chili.
No, it's not. No, it's
Yes,
not.
it is.
I'm going to say
not.
no, it's not to that, but it's not that far off from ketchup on mac and cheese. It
No,
is.
and I'm telling you, I agree. Ketchup on mac and cheese is like the most sinful thing I'll eat.
No, I like it. I rock it. Cold
But-
though, like you said, that's weird, but yeah.
But yeah. No, here's my thing. Spaghetti great, mac and cheese great. Spaghetti mac and cheese together, no. Peanut butter great, chocolate great, together, yes. So the two have to come together to create something bigger than themselves. Chocolate peanut butter do, mac and cheese and spaghetti would not. No,
That's exactly how the Beatles created that song.
what's
Come together right now.
beans and toast.
Yes. Mac and cheese and spaghetti.
See, tuna noodles is another one. You can make mac and cheese and throw some can of tuna. Those come together. Because what happens is each are great on their own, and they throw a depth to the other side. They give depth to the other side. They don't drown out the other flavor. They're each, So there are certain things that are great, but spaghetti sauce, you're going to overwhelm the cheese and the mac and cheese.
No, you don't use a lot. You don't use a lot.
Why do you make it if you're not using it? Mac and cheese, the only reason you make it is
Spice
for the
your
cheese.
shit up every once in a while, man.
I'm gonna try this. I'm
See,
in
like,
for this.
Tuna noodle. I love noodles. I love pasta, except with bread.
If
However,
I want to,
tuna and pasta, fucking no.
if I'm making box mac and cheese, fam, spicing it up isn't in my forte. I'm trying to make a meal in 6 seconds and fucking eat the shit. If I want to
You don't
spice it
even
up,
you don't even throw some spicy pepper on it.
that's
I know
spice
that's
it up doesn't mean season your food, family. You didn't mean to spice it up. You didn't mean it that way when you said that.
You're right.
You're throwing spaghetti and fucking mac and cheese. You're throwing fucking pepper in there, buddy.
Spaghetti sauce, by the way. Spaghetti sauce and mac and cheese, and it's
I
got
know
to
what
be a
you're
good
saying.
sauce.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're.
So you're saying get a really good sauce, but are you using like Kraft mac and cheese like the blue box, or are we talking Velveeta shells?
Velveeta shells. I should like that because I grew up on Velveeta. Velveeta shells sucks. I love Kraft, but what is better are the 50-cent boxes down at the Dollar General. You buy 2 boxes, so you got a meal for $1. You only cook if it's just me, I cook one box and put in both cheeses with some butters and milks, and then throw whatever the fuck I want on top of it. And it's goddamn fantastic because I'm only trying to feed myself.
One of the greatest meals I ever made that I made when I was a bachelor was ground turkey, Brussels sprouts, and ramen noodles. You have to cook the Brussels sprouts for like an hour to get them so mushy that they're not crunchy or anything like that. You cook them with 2 sticks of butter, and you boil them in 2 sticks of butter so they get really good. You drain the water, and then you cook 2 things of ramen, and you cook a little bit of ground turkey because it's cheaper than ground beef. And that shit will last you for 3 days, 4 days.
You're supposed to eat when you're a bachelor. I just ended up drinking way too many Miller Lights, shots, more Miller Lights, shots.
That probably wasn't awful, eh? With the Brussels sprout flavor.
Oh, dude, I'll eat it to this day. It's great. It's one of those comfort meals, like the tuna, like Lillette was saying, the tuna noodles, something that you can make for a family and that'll last a few days. It's really good. You can make big batches of this shit. And it's one of those things where the flavors coagulate. It's the wrong word. They come together, they soup together, and yeah.
So what if you took this box mac and cheese, not overdo it with the spaghetti sauce, let it simmer in a crock pot on low for a little while?
What if we did what? We took mac and cheese and
mac and cheese with some spaghetti sauce in a crock pot for a little bit.
Yeah.
It's the cheese is throwing me off, like, because what you're talking about with that stuff, that dehydrated cheese stuff.
Yeah.
It's good on its own. Like, you don't want to ruin it with like really strong tomato-based flavors are going to ruin that whole thing. You're no longer going to taste the cheese in the mac and cheese. It's going to be spaghetti noodles is what you're eating.
But I'm in touch.
With some salt.
Chili with kielbasa, yeah. But I'm saying, I don't know. I'm going to try it.
I would try it.
I don't have a lot of high hopes, but if Logan is like going to bat for it, I
think it's good.
I'm here for it.
Again, I don't douse it. I don't like cover it in sauce like it would spaghetti. But you throw some sauce on it, stir it up, give it a little whip, and then eat the shit. It's pretty good.
Brandon wants to whip and then nay. But looking at the clock, that's all we got for this week. That was a quick hour. There's a lot of fun. We can't thank every single one of you, and for hanging out with us, adding to our conversations. Let's do the picker wheel for next week. Think of some questions next week for the picker wheel.
Oh, that's a good one.
Favorite Samuel L. Jackson movie?
Motherfucker.
I'm glad we're doing that next week because Toby will be here. He'll be surprised. And Toby loves talking about movies. So Toby, if you're watching this, maybe you're watching this on replay. Hopefully you get you feel a little bit better, and we'll see you next week. So hopefully you guys have a great weekend, and we'll be back next Tuesday. Triple T, if you want to come over, cool. If not, we'll see you next Thursday. Same place, same time. Make sure you check. Well, I'd say all these guys on their social medias, but he doesn't have one. So go follow Brandon J. McDermott, even though I'm pretty sure every single one of you here already does. And super excited for next week. We're gonna read some DMs from Brandon's DM box. It's gonna be interesting.
Oh, yes. You're gonna want
And sorry for making everybody hungry. We do apologize, and maybe we'll have producer Zach back in studio next week. Maybe we won't. We'll have to see if he's playing with D's and D's and more D's.
Why are we going to read Brandon's dick magnets?
I don't know. He has.
Because you got them on your refrigerator, fam.
And they're funny. Oh, there's an idea. Let's make dick magnets. On that note, we got to go.
I do not.
Let's do the outro. Okay, bye.